There's flowers by the roadside and blood on the pavement, whispers in the streets and reports in the papers. Crime's been committed, murder in the first. As of yet there's no motive, just a knife found in the dirt. The body was discovered by a passerby who was out walking his dog with a watchful eye. At first he thought he was a drunk, but then he clocked the knife. Checked the body for a pulse with no signs of life. He was later identified as John McBride and was last seen alive late on Wednesday night. The police have searched the scene and they're keen to find any witnesses who saw him on the night that he died. So the incident board was placed on the street while the feds did their jobs and started chasing their leads. But they were chasing their tails because they needed to speak to John's brother who hadn't been seen in a week.
Detectives want information.
Guilty of the murder.
Was charged with murder.
Guns and gangs will not win, that was the message from police.
Who fired the fatal shot?
Take you back a week and try and set the scene. It's a Wednesday afternoon about 2:45. John McBride was still alive and walking the streets on the way to see his brother after buying some weed. John was 3 years younger than Daniel McBride and he had idolised his older brother all of his life. They linked up for a drink on a Wednesday night. 4 or 5 pints later they were drunk as you like. Dan was down on his luck and was drowning his sorrows, praying for the day that he'd see a better tomorrow. But nothing changed in his life, he had hate in his mind. So he staggered to the bar feeling enraged inside, with a knife in his pocket and his fist by his side and a few drinks inside him. He was up for a fight. John jumped up quick but in the blink of an eye they were both covered in blood, running scared in the line.
Caught in the crossfire, what the judge today called the awful events of an inter-gangland.
The constable admits his force simply cannot cope with the number of murders.
The coroner's report was released to the press. John McBride died from a fatal stab to the chest. His brother Daniel, who hadn't been seen in a week and was wanted for questioning by the local police, was hiding out in his flat in a state of shock. Chain smoking and drinking, losing the plot. He couldn't believe what had happened in a moment of panic. Amongst the madness of the night, he just overreacted. He stabbed the guy for nothing while standing at the bar. Now him and John were fighting in the streets under the stars. They seemed so close but they were worlds apart as Dan McBride pulled the knife and stabbed John in the heart. This is one of life's tragedies, so please spare a thought for the family. Reality can bite so savagely. The case is solved, an eye for an eye. Dan McBride signed a confession and then he took his own life.
The gunman has never been found.
After launching a fresh appeal.
Not a shred of remorse has been exhibited, he said. The public interest demands the highest possible deterrent.
The judge said the men showed no remorse.